Hello and welcome to We Poets. My name is Sally Baker and I'm the host of We Poets. We Poets is a poetry show for boys and girls between the ages of 6 and 13. So if you would like to be on the program, please have your parents or your school teacher call me. Also, I'm always looking for adult guests to come and tell young people something about their jobs and careers. Our special guest for tonight is Liz HILLEN. She's a Senior Services Program Assistant in Oakland, and she's going to tell us all about this wonderful agency. We're producing our show here at La Peña Cultural Center in Oakland, California. So here we go with our first two poets. Hello, young lady.
Hi.
How are you tonight?
Good.
Good. Could you look there at the camera and tell us your name and how old you are and where you go to school, please?
My name is Carly. I go to school at Chabot Elementary in Castro Valley, and I'm 10 years old.
Is this your first time on TV?
Yes.
Are you nervous?
Not really.
Oh, you look very pretty tonight. That's a great color to wear on television.
Thank you.
Now, you've written me a poem, right?
Yep.
What's the name of your poem, please?
It's called Summer.
Okay, be our guest, please.
The summer fun has just begun when school gets out for summer. You know it's summer when the days get long and sunny, when you and your friends laugh over something funny. You go to the pool and have a blast. You can also ride your bike really fast. Summer, summer, here at last. I hope summer won't end fast.
Great, that was a great poem.
Thank you.
What else do you like to write about when you write your poems?
I don't really write poems too much.
Uh-huh. Do you do
But-
stories?
I do like to write stories sometimes.
What do you write about when you do your stories?
I write about all sorts of things. Last time I wrote about something, I remember I wrote about my cat.
Oh, you have a cat, huh?
Kind of.
Kind of. Now, you won some awards, right, in school?
Yeah, I did.
Why don't you tell us what this award is and hold it up to the camera there and tell us what it says, please.
It's my mariachi certificate that I got after I was in my mariachi group where I play violin and we all sing in Spanish.
Wonderful. How long have you been speaking Spanish?
The whole time we were there, pretty much.
So you just learned it for that particular event, right?
Yeah.
Good. And what instrument do you play?
I played violin,
Oh,
and outside of this, I also play piano.
wonderful. How long have you been playing the piano?
Since I was like 5.
Good for you. Now tell me, do you guys have to wear costumes when you perform in the band?
Well, we had to, when we did our only performance, we had to wear white long sleeve shirts and black pants or a black skirt, and they gave us these little mariachi ties.
Oh, good. Do you have to wear a hat?
Nope,
No hat, huh?
no hat.
Good, good. And how long did it take all of you? How many practices did you have to do in order to?
We had one every Tuesday,
Oh,
all year, and
Oh.
a lot of us practiced every day, after school, which I did.
uh-huh.
I did.
Have you been invited to play anywhere else?
No.
Well, I bet you will, though. Maybe you could come back and play on We Poets. Now, tell me some more about yourself. What are your favorite subjects?
I like reading and writing, and I also like to sing, and
Swim?
I like to swim sometimes.
Mhm. Now, how about this summer? What are you going to do that's fun?
Well, within the first week of summer, my cousin is coming to visit, and me and Joey and we're all going to do a sewing camp, and I have all sorts of other camps planned.
Oh, what's a sewing camp?
It's where we just sew things,
Oh, make clothes, you mean, or
whatever we want.
whatever you want.
I've never done this camp before.
Oh, that sounds like fun. Maybe you'll make a blouse or...
Maybe.
Maybe, yes. Uh-huh. Now, tell me some more about yourself, just anything you want to tell me.
I made a shirt before.
You made a shirt before. Uh-huh. Now, let's see. Have you taken any trips other than here in the United States?
I went to India, Mexico. I also went to New Mexico, Arizona, and Texas. And once I was in near the edge of California, and we just crossed the border, and then we came back.
Wow. What did you do in India?
We were there for I think 2 weeks, and the first week we didn't go, but then we had 2 weeks after that because the first week it was my dad had a business trip thing, and then we were like, why not just make it a family vacation? It's India.
Oh, what was the most important thing that you liked about being in India?
I think my favorite part was going and visiting like all these temples, and we rode an elephant, all sorts of fun
You rode
stuff.
on an elephant?
Yeah.
How did you get up on it?
So basically, we had to climb up these stairs,
Oh,
and they had a big platform, and then we got in this like box or something, like this box kind of thing on the back of the elephant.
Oh.
It had nothing but a bar holding us in. I thought it was gonna fall out.
wow. No seatbelt?
Well, the bar was the seatbelt.
Ooh. Weren't you frightened?
Yeah, I was pretty scared.
Wow.
And there was a guy sitting on the top of the elephant's head, like with nothing to protect himself from falling out.
Ooh.
My mind was blown.
Oh, did Mom get on the elephant too?
Yep.
Oh, I'm going to have to ask her about that when I interview her next. I bet that was fun.
Yeah,
I bet
it
those
was.
elephants are huge, aren't they?
Yeah.
Ooh. Did you get to feed the elephant?
No.
No, you didn't get to
Just
feed
ride.
it. Okay. Was there anything else you'd like to tell us before your friend comes on?
No.
Well, thank you. You did a wonderful job, and you're going to come on when Mom comes on at the end, you and your friend, and we're going to wave goodbye when we finish the show. Well, thank you so much. You did a wonderful job, and I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
And now we have another pretty young lady. She's going to tell us all about herself. They are friends and classmates, and so here we go. Hello, young lady.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Good. Could you look there at the camera and tell us your name and how old you are and where you go to school, please?
I go to Chabot Elementary. My name is Joey, and I'm 11 years old.
Good. Is this your first time on TV?
Yeah.
Are you nervous?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to do a great job, and your classmate did a wonderful job. You two girls are friends, right?
Yeah.
Good. What are some of the fun things you do together?
We hang out a lot. We bike together.
Good. You always wear your helmets?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Now, do you like to write?
Yeah.
Good. What have you written for us tonight?
I've written a poem about books.
Okay, be our guest, please.
Oh books, they catch me like hooks. Dragons, demons, dungeons, and more. Stories, tales, fables, and lore. Books galore in a library, long, short, good, or scary. Without you, life is truly bland. With you, joy spreads throughout the land. Books are my life, my love, my freedom, my soul, my heart, my kingdom.
Great, that was good. Do you like to go to the library?
Yeah.
And about how often do you go?
About every week, because I'll get like a lot of books and then I'll finish them all
Oh.
and then go back.
Oh, that's good. What kind of books do you like to read?
Mostly fantasy.
Fantasy books, good. Have you won any awards for your poetry?
No.
No. Now, tell me about this band that you belong to.
I'm in the mariachi band as well, and I play the guitarrón, which is like the big guitar.
Oh, You want to hold your award up and tell us what it
Yeah.
is, please?
It's just a recognition certificate for being in the band and staying with it all year.
Good. All year, huh? And how often do you have practice?
About every day.
Every day? For about an hour? Is that an hour long?
For me, I don't know about the other instruments, but for about 15 minutes.
Good. And you know all the people are classmates of yours?
No, it's from all the schools in Castro Valley,
Oh, good.
and we just get to play.
Oh,
every
that's
Tuesday.
wonderful. And do you wear costumes?
Yeah, for our performance, we wore either black skirt or black pants and a white shirt and a special mariachi tie.
Good, but no hat, huh?
No hat.
No hat. Well, that's good. I'm very proud of you. Now, let's talk more about you. Now, have you gone out of the country anywhere on any trips?
Yeah, I went to Costa Rica.
And what did you do there?
We did an overnight trip. Well, not overnight, but it was like a hiking trip, and we went boating, and we saw a huge thunderstorm.
Ooh.
And we saw an ocelot while we were hiking in the rainforest.
Good. What did you like best about being there?
I really like seeing the ocelot.
Good. And you speak Spanish?
No.
Would you like to learn a foreign language?
Yeah.
Which language would you like to learn?
I'm not sure, but I know I want to learn some language.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Now, what are you going to do? It's fun this summer.
I have a lot of camping trips planned, and I have some camps. As Carly said, we're doing a sewing camp.
Tell us about this sewing camp. What do you think you're going to learn there?
Just we learn how to use the pedal, how to make it go faster and slower, and how to make the different designs.
I mean, you say pedal, you mean a sewing machine?
Yeah.
Have you sewed before on a
Yeah.
machine? Oh, for how long have you been sewing on a sewing machine?
I don't really sew that often on a sewing machine, but I did last summer. I did the same camp.
Good. And what did you make?
I made a skirt and a bag.
A skirt and a handbag. Wow, was it difficult?
Yeah, it was kind of hard because sometimes it didn't really make sense how to do it.
Uh-huh. And how was the food there at camp?
Good.
Good. What did you have? Like sandwiches and hot dogs?
Yeah,
and-
we just brought our own
Oh, you
stuff.
brought your own. So it's like just maybe a one-day camp?
No, it's a week-long camp, but it's just half the day.
Oh, just half a day. Uh-huh, good. Anything else you'd like to tell us about things you've done?
I'm on a swim team, and I was third place in all the teams, in one of my races out of all the teams in the county, and I like to read a lot.
Where did you swim at? What city?
For our championships, we did it at the Chabot College pool.
Good.
And for practice, we do it at the Castro Valley High School pool.
Wonderful. You say you won third prize, huh?
Yeah.
And did you get a trophy or a medal or
Yeah,
a
we
pin?
got a little ribbon.
A little ribbon. Well, good. I'm very proud of you. You've been a busy young lady.
Yeah.
Now, is there anything else you'd like to tell me before we end your session? Okay, well, thank you for coming. You did a great job, and I'm very proud of you. And we're going to be hearing great things about you in the future. Thank you for coming. Welcome back to the second half of We Poets. I'm Sally Baker, the host. I would now like to introduce you to my special guest for tonight, and her name is Liz HILLEN. She's the Senior Services Program Assistant at the City of Oakland, Department of Human Services in Oakland, California, and she's going to tell us all about this wonderful agency and her role there. Hi, Liz.
Hi, Sally. How are you?
Good. How are you tonight?
Good.
Didn't the girls do wonderful on
They
their
did a
poems?
great job. Wonderful.
I'm so proud of them. And now we've got you on the hot seat.
Yes, you do.
So, my first question to you is, what are the Senior Companion and Foster Grandparent programs?
The Senior Companion and Foster Grandparent programs are senior volunteer programs that are sponsored by the City of Oakland. We cover Alameda County, but primarily the Oakland, Berkeley, kind of San Leandro, Hayward area, some of the outlying cities. And we are a volunteer program. We're actually two programs. The Senior Companion program does home visits for frail elderly, and the Foster Grandparent program works with children in preschool up through middle school age and after school programs.
Great, great. Now, how long have these programs been in existence?
You know, they've started in the late 60s, early 70s. They are government-funded programs, so they started back when they were trying to find things for older adults to do when people were retiring and they were living longer. So they were trying to find programs that could, engage this senior community.
And how did you get interested?
Well, I started working with seniors in a little career change about 17 years ago, and I started working for the City of Oakland 14 years ago.
And what did you do before that?
Before that, I worked in insurance. It wasn't as exciting.
I can imagine. Insurance doesn't sound very
No,
exciting.
I really wanted to work with people and with seniors, so I've been working with seniors for the last 17 years.
And so what are your primary duties?
My primary duties are to recruit, train, and place seniors in one of our two programs. So Senior Companion program would be working with frail elderly, and the Foster Grandparent program would be working with children.
Which do you prefer to work with, or no preference?
I don't really have a preference. I always thought that I would volunteer to work with children. After having children of my own, it's kind of nice to take a little break and work with seniors.
Good. Now, is your office wheelchair accessible?
It is. We are in the City of Oakland's offices, so we're right across the plaza from City Hall, and everything is completely wheelchair accessible.
Good. And now, how do you advertise for your volunteers?
We are a program that is targeted to low-income seniors because our program is unique in that they offer a non-taxable stipend for low-income volunteers in exchange for their volunteer hours. So most of the time I recruit at senior housing, buildings, libraries, churches, anywhere that I think seniors will see our advertisement.
Now, do you go out to these different places?
I do. Sometimes I'm asked to do, a presentation for a particular senior group, and I'm always happy to do so. We also work with some healthcare type agencies, and so sometimes I've done presentations there.
Now, we've worked with StageBridge. Do you know StageBridge?
Yes, I do, actually. They've done some training for our foster grandparents before.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Every year they have a contest, and the students from all over Alameda and Contra Costa County can write stories about their grandparents. And then the 3 winners get to come and be on We Poets.
Yes.
And read their stories and bring their grandparents.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And sometimes that's the first time the grandparent has ever been on TV, and the children too.
Yeah.
So it's a wonderful program.
Good,
Yes.
sounds great.
Good. Now, what other information would you like to put out to our audience about your program?
Well, we are always looking for volunteers. Volunteers must be 55 and over and live in Alameda County in order to participate in the program. In order to receive the stipend, their income has to be below 200% of the poverty level. So we screen everyone coming in. If their income is a little too high, we can sometimes deduct out-of-pocket medical expenses. And if their income is way over the limit, they can volunteer without the stipend.
Now, if anyone wants to volunteer, what do they have to do?
They can call our office at 510-238-3080 and let them know that you want to be a volunteer, and we will mail you out an application.
And then the person just comes in and has an interview with you or someone else?
Yes, we interview them, we fingerprint them, we do reference checks, anything to kind of make sure that we are keeping our clients, our children and our seniors safe.
And what are some of the fun things too, maybe that you do? Take the seniors out places? Or?
We do. We do any kind of recreational activities, anything that the senior likes to do with the children. We'd go on field trips and participate in after-school recreational activities as well.
Good, good. Now, your daughter said something about a trip you guys took. And you rode on an elephant, was it?
We did.
Tell us about that.
Well, we did. It's interesting what children will remember as opposed to the adults. But we took a 2-week trip to India. My husband was there for work, and so we had to come a week after them. So that was challenging to go on a 17-hour flight with 2 children, and my mother came.
Oh, your mother too. Did she ride the elephant?
She did. Yes, we all did. So there was a temple that you go up by elephant. So everybody goes up by elephant. So that's the way they get you up to the top of the hill.
Oh, wow. Weren't you frightened that you'd fall off that big?
Little bit. It's very awkward because you're sitting side saddle, and the elephant is very. The gait is very clunky, so you do feel like you're about to fall off, and then it tips the other direction.
And your daughter said there's no seatbelt.
No, you're kind of in a box.
In a box, like.
Yeah, it's like seats, but yeah. That's
dear. And there's another animal that you rode.
Camel. We rode a camel as well.
A camel in India.
Yes, in India, and that was much more like a horse, much more like horseback riding. Yes, and that's kind of normal there to ride camels.
Wow. So does a camel really have a home?
Yes.
Really has a home. Oh,
yes.
Do you know if the camels are female or male?
That I don't know. They spit though, but they actually can kneel all the way down to the ground, and you get on, and then they stand up.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that was really
Very
an experience,
interesting.
wasn't it?
Yes.
Now, is there anything else you'd like to put out about your program before they have the girls come and join us?
Just that it's a wonderful program. I think it's one of the programs that a lot of people don't know about in the city.
Yes.
And we've been here for a long time. We're one of the original programs sponsored by the city of Oakland. And so if you're interested in volunteering, please give us a call.
And again, it'll come up on the screen, but give us your address again and the telephone number and the hours you're open.
Sure. We are Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5 o'clock. Regular business hours, 150 Frank Ogawa Plaza across from City Hall in downtown Oakland. And the number is 510-238-3080.
Well, thank you so much. We're going to have the girls come back on to see if there's any questions they'd like to ask you, and then we'll end our program.
Thank
you,
Sally.
so much, and we'll be back in just a moment.
All right, thank you.
And boys and girls and ladies and gentlemen, don't turn off those TVs. We're going to have our two poets come back again, and they might have some questions they'd like to ask Liz. We'll be back in just a moment. And now the poets have joined us, and they have some questions that they're going to ask Liz. So here we go with our questions. First question, please.
Is your job fun?
Yes, my job is very fun. I get to work with all different kinds of wonderful people in the Department of Human Services. We do many wonderful things there, and I feel like it's the department where everyone is helping people. We help seniors, we help children, we help families, all sorts of people. So yes, I have a lot of fun with my job. My senior volunteers are a lot of fun too. They're very interesting, and it's never a dull moment.
Good. Next question, please.
Do you enjoy like telling the seniors about what you do, and do you enjoy working with them?
I do, actually. I worked in insurance for many, many years, as Sally has found out, and it's such a different environment working with a group of volunteers, seniors. They have a good time getting to know me. I think that for the most part, they enjoy being in the program, and they wouldn't do it if they didn't enjoy it, because it's a volunteer program. So they learn from me, I learn from them.
Next question.
Is your job hard?
It can be hard. I don't think of it as a difficult job, but there are some challenging parts about the job. Sometimes I may get a volunteer who's been with us for a long time that maybe is not able to continue volunteering, so it's difficult to say goodbye and to kind of sever that partnership. But we often have our volunteers come back as clients, so we do assist them in the community after they've served and volunteered with us.
Good. Do you have a special recognition program for your volunteers?
We do. We recognize them 2 different times during the year. We have something called Older Americans Month, which is May, which is what we're in right now.
Right.
And on May 1st, it's already happened, we have a big, well, it was May 1st this year, we have a big senior kind of a health fair in front of City Hall.
Good.
And all of my volunteers come and participate. Sometimes they bring clients. And the mayor has sponsored and served lunch for all the seniors for the last few years. So my seniors will get a free lunch, and their clients will come and get a free lunch, and they get a lot of resource information and maybe a few gifts thrown in there.
Wonderful.
And then in December, we have a big recognition luncheon for our group. We have a sit-down lunch, we give them gifts, and usually we have some music or entertainment as well.
How nice. Wonderful, wonderful. Another question?
What do you do in a typical day?
A typical day, I'm usually in the office, but not always. That's what I like about my job. I get to travel out to the community and meet people that are serving seniors, and so those are called my stations. So I go out to the stations, I go out to the senior centers. So that's actually one thing I really like about my job, is that I'm not tied to a desk all day. But when I do my regular paperwork, I'm hiring people, so I have to run fingerprints and things like that. So that's it's kind of a mix between people and paperwork.
Paperwork.
Yes.
People always win out.
Right. People, that's my preferred,
Yes.
is working with the people. The paperwork gets done, but that's kind of the mundane part of my job.
Good, good. Do you have another question for Mom?
Do you is there anyone else who, how you bring in the volunteers?
Oh, anyone else who does that job?
With you?
That's a good question, Carly. We have a very small staff. So my program manager, Andrea Turner, does the grants and the managing of the programs. I kind of do the recruiting and the training. We have April, who does the taxi program, which is our transportation. We take seniors to and from doctor's appointments, and we take seniors to grocery shopping. So those are 3 of the staff members. We also have Greg that does the payroll, and June and Joyce who assist with administrative functions. So really, I'm the only one that does the recruiting and the training, but I have a lot of help, a lot of assistance.
That's good. Does your daughter ever come down and help you?
She's come when she was younger, but this past year they did a Bring Your Child to Work Day, and we were on vacation, so it was just coincidental that we weren't there.
Well, maybe next year she can go.
Yes, hopefully next year.
Good. Did you have another question?
What's the most frustrating part of your
Frustrating
work?
part. Frustrating part would be lack of funding.
Oh, yes.
I know you know about that.
Yes.
We are always looking for new funding sources. We're funded primarily by the City of Oakland, and the federal government is our primary funder, but we would love to find other funding sources. It's really a worthwhile, wonderful program, and it is a very inexpensive program to run.
Oh, good.
So a little money goes a long way.
Yes, we have to make it go a long way
Yes.
these days.
But it really does. It really goes a long way in our program.
Well, did you girls have anything else before we end our program that you'd like to ask?
No.
Okay, but they did a wonderful job. I'm
They
so
did.
proud of them. Any parting words that you'd like to put out about the program?
Just if you can't volunteer with us, get out and volunteer somewhere else. I think that's probably the most rewarding thing that you can do, is to give back to your community in some way.
That's right. Do you do any other volunteering?
Well, I volunteer at the girls' school.
Oh, what do you do there?
Well, I used to be the president of the parent club with Joey's mother.
Oh, good.
So we were co-presidents, and I've kind of slowed down a little bit in the last couple of years, but I always find a way to get back in and try to assist. I'm going on a field trip next Tuesday.
Oh, where's your
with you
field
two.
trip?
Do you know where it is?
We are going
Like swimming or to a
swimming to the
Yes.
5th grade swim party, because when you graduate, the 5th grade swim party happens.
Oh,
Yes.
that's good. That's good. Well, we're all out of time. I want to thank all 3 of you for coming. You did a wonderful job, and I know your classmates are going to enjoy seeing you on TV. And we enjoyed doing this show with you tonight. And Liz, thank you so
Thank
very
you,
much.
Sally.
You did a wonderful job.
Thank you.
And I hope you get lots of volunteers.
I hope so too.
So, without further ado, we'd like to invite any of you watching our program, if you'd like to be a poet like these 2 young ladies, or if you'd like to be a guest, please call me and let me know. I'm always looking for new volunteers also. Thank you so much for watching, and let's all wave goodbye. Goodbye, everybody, and thank you for watching.